Alright. I've cooled off a little bit, but that shit be making me mad. Anyway. I mean everything I say when I'm on these videos. I won't back up none of it. So, I'm going to treat it the same way that I watch the pundits treat it. I mean, we're stereotyping. We might as well stereotype, right? Since in most of y'all's minds, it's true. What you say, what you think. So I'm going to say what I think. And the first thing that I think is this, as leaders, these governors, and all this bullshit, I think you're weak men trying to do what you think strong men do. That's what I think. I think you think about making a bunch of noise, screaming, yelling, saber rattling is intimidating. I assure you it's not. Now, you got the people on the left, and they do everything they can do to keep from being confrontational. I don't put myself in that box. I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm dead in the middle. Dead in the middle of my beliefs. Plain and simple. I'll put up with some shit and I won't put up with others. Won't put up with bullying. Making a bunch of shit about people that ain't true. Double down on it. Get called out on it again. Triple down on it. Because you know you got enough fools to follow you. When I look at guys like Donald Trump, I mean, look at that dude now. Look at him now. He ain't doing nothing but sitting up there in front of a microphone crying about how nobody's listening to him. Nobody's intimidated by him anymore. Because he does what Caucasians do. The Caucasian male. I'm going to put it like that. Especially, look at any of these guys. All of them, when they sit up there in front of the camera, try to talk all structured and shit. Man, it ain't real. The biggest part of it that tells you it ain't real is because it's all set up. Just walk up on one of them bastards in the middle of the yard one day with your camera. Put the camera on him and catch that bastard off guard while he's standing out there in his little t-shirt and shorts and surveying his land. Just walk up on that bastard and start asking him some real questions. And watch how fast he runs in that house and how fast security shows up. Because that's what weak men do. They run. That's why Trump won't have another debate. He don't want to get his ass kicked again by a woman. Look at the kind of fucking wives these guys have. Ain't none of them outgoing. All sit back, all quiet and shit. Because they remember what that last ass whooping looked like, felt like. Last time they got out of line. You know what it felt like? Because that's what weak men do. I know because I was one. I let shit get to me. Ready to get violent, all that shit. But I was a boy. I wasn't a grown-ass man. I wasn't in my 30s and 40s doing that shit. You know, the infrastructure in this fucking country is shit. It's shit. And you know why it's shit? Because everybody after 9/11 said, the hell with it, gave up every fucking right they had, didn't give a damn, just make me safe. Caucasians. Because they fear. Fear, fear, fear. And the ones up top knew it. They knew what would make you scared. Show somebody foreign, not running around in a suit and tie, and tell them they did it. They did it. Who was the reason for Vietnam? Gulf of Tonga? It's just history shit. It's not history, it's the story. Verifiable by the people who were there, not by me. Not by me. I only talk about what I see, what I know. And when I see people who are supposed to be respected, supposed to be authorities, supposed to be neutral, and then I watch them sit there and listen to somebody spew a bunch of damn lies and not call them out. Not call them out. Don't say shit. This is about the country. Man, one thing to lie to your wife about having an affair, that's between y'all. One thing about lying to your neighbor because you stole something, that's between y'all. But when you're standing up there lying in front of the whole freaking country, putting the whole country at jeopardy so that you can get a couple more dollars, there's your capitalism, right? That's what capitalism breeds. Greed. Have more than everybody else. And when I get it, bet not nobody come over here about it. I stole this fair and square. You know, your drug task force. Yeah, motherfuckers, they planting half of that shit. They giving that shit to other people to take in and drop it so they can get them. It's a money grab. It's all the same shit. Talk all that shit while they arrest the motherfuckers. They take the chicks up there to use them. Hell, you know, do a little something for me, I'll do a little something for you. That's That's what y'all do. What you do. Run in and take every fucking thing under the sun. Everything. Because if you caught them with a little bit of dope, the only reason they got anything is because of that little bit of dope. Then you take the dope back to the police station and maybe you check it in, maybe you don't. You put it right back out there on the street. I know that. I know that for a fact. And there probably ain't a drug force in this fucking country that ain't done it. Ain't a police force that ain't done it. So what the fuck y'all do? That's why you do the shit you do. Because you got the law backing you. The only problem was you're a rotten motherfucker when you got the job. Anybody else do the kind of shit y'all do would get fired from their job. Your public relations ain't worth the fuck. Your decency ain't worth the fuck. When you get out of that car and you start walking up to the other car, you feel powerful as hell. And you stay drunk on it all the way through your conversation. And you expect people to be submissive. Just bow down because I'm here to talk to you. I ain't that dude. And you pull me over and I'm fucked up, I'll take the ticket. I won't say a fucking word. But if you walk up to that fucking window with disrespect coming out of your face from the get-go, I'm coming back with the same shit. I'm coming back with the same shit. I know you got a gun. I know you got radio. I know you got all that shit. But I ain't fucking backing up. I ain't getting passive. I ain't sucking no ass. I don't give a damn. I just suffer the consequences. What's the damn difference? I'd rather suffer the consequences than lose my pride. See, after a while, people keep getting away with different shit. They get bolder and bolder and bolder and do more and more shit. Until they get to the point where they're doing so much fucking shit that it don't even make sense. And all of a sudden they run into that wall. And all that shit comes crashing down on them. And they start looking around for everybody they can think of to try to get that shit off their ass. They throwing people under the bus left and right. People ain't had shit to do with it involved in it. And then just simply because of the accusation, doesn't matter whether they was innocent or not. But if you can't prove that they was involved in some shit, they still go to jail, they gotta sit there, they gotta bond out, they gotta go through all that bullshit. And there ain't no repercussions. I sat in court one day, and they had the guy was standing in there, and he was fighting a resisting arrest charge. The dude flat told the judge And the judge was aware of the case. The cops didn't have no business arresting the fucking dude. They had no reason to arrest him. They were completely wrong in what they did. And the judge looked that fucking dude straight in the face and said, it don't matter. You still resisted arrest. You assaulted a police officer, that part of the charge stands. Wait a minute. Don't I have to be assaulted first in order for me to commit the assault? The cop had to come to the dude, right? He had to grab the dude's arm and try to put it behind his back when he had no right to begin with. But because he was wearing that badge, he couldn't be charged with assault. You're supposed to just go along with it, no matter how rough they are, how fucking stupid they are, how much shit they talking to you. They don't supposed to be wearing cameras. How many times you always hear something about one of the cameras got shut off, or all that old bullshit. Still, there ain't no repercussions. Baked in the cake. You can't have your slave catchers being charged with catching slaves. I've said it before. Poverty ain't got no race. It ain't got no race. So, as long as you poor, you a suitable slave. That's why they ride around in those neighborhoods. You don't never ride around over there in the rich. You don't see them sitting around in rich neighborhoods unless you driving your hoopty in there. You drive your little hoopty down through there and them motherfuckers be all over it. There'd be one on every block after that. But the minute you leave, the minute they leave. They ride out in front of the plantations and all the motherfuckers doing all the dirt. They know the people that they're protecting are the ones that's doing all the shit. They're the ones that are fucking up this country. They're the ones who are setting this country back farther and farther. They know that. Because that's where their powers are. And because they got us conditioned enough to where we ain't gonna stand up for shit anyway. You can bitch all day about the wages. You can bitch all day about whatever you want to bitch about. That's why they killing unions. Don't want no unions. And you tell me how the fucking police union is gonna back a 34 count felon. Make that make sense. Nah, there was other police officer associations that went against that. But the truth had already been told. The slave catchers. They're gonna back the one that gives them more juice. Lets them go out and do more shit. Hey, look, if you make your money out in the streets, then we ain't gotta pay you as much. Just call it a bonus, boys, girls. Get what you can get. They're criminals anyway. If they ain't broke the law, make one. The Caucasian way. If you ain't making the money that they making, if you ain't up there setting the laws and making the rules, you're in the same boat I'm in. I don't care how much money you got. You in the same damn boat. You ain't nothing but another way for them to make money, keep power. Because all you got to do is get out of line just a little bit in the wrong way. Be sitting in the same spots we sat in. We still sit in. We can't, this country can't wait to arrest somebody. First thing they want to do, they want every fucking citizen that could be out in the street doing anything to be a criminal. It don't matter if you got 5, 10 babies in the damn car. Probably up to no good. What you doing with all them kids? Where you going? Well, fuck, we just come from the park. There's 3 carloads of us. Yeah? What was you doing at the park? Anyone walk over and ask the other one, what are you doing with all these kids? That kind of shit. Over a traffic ticket. And they'll act like it's a major investigation. Somebody just got shot around the corner and you fit the description. Somebody was just seen around some house and you fit the description. You hear the description and it was a 5'6" black guy, about 165 pounds, wearing a blue jacket, and they got you standing on the sidewalk. You 5'11", weigh 225. But you was wearing a blue jacket. That was the reason they stopped. It's a blue jacket. That's why I wanted to talk to you. See, that's the life in America, in these United States. United States. Ain't that funny? Ain't never been united. Ain't never been united. But you call it the United States. One thing's been united, rich white men. That's it. Wealthy, wealthy, wealthy white men. They use the rich men for their puppets. That's why nothing changes. Change the names, call it something different. Still serve the same purpose. So, I'm going to close this out. Give you something to think about. Feel free to talk about it. Feel free to make a video and tell me what you think. Just quiet elevation. Let's elevate.